Hi my people. How are you doing? You're good? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, on my side actually I'm doing great and I'm really grateful for that. I cannot take it for granted. Yeah, allow me to welcome you back to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for always being there for me. And yeah kukua tu hapo, I'm really grateful. So the other day, within the course of the other video, I said actually we've gone for a long holiday. Yeah, what did I say? I said we've gone for a long holiday. How many months? How many weeks? Actually, we've gone for a long holiday. That is around 10 weeks. Yeah, 10 weeks actually. And it's still 10 weeks. We are still in the first week of closing. Yeah. So, my good people, without wasting of any time, let me introduce our today's video. Of course, it's going to be related to teenagers. And I said the other day, you might not be a teenager, but you might be a parent, you might be a guardian, you might be a brother or a sister to a teen. So I hope at the end of the video, you're going to learn a lot. You might also be a teacher. You're handling these young ones. So, my good people, without wasting of any time, allow me to introduce our today's topic of discussion. And basically, our topic of discussion is actually going to be drug and substance use awareness. Drug and substance use awareness, yeah. For those who are handling the teens, maybe in different institutions, yeah, you're going to agree with me that drug and substance use actually is among the greatest challenges we are having recently with the recent generation. So, walk with me throughout the video and get to learn maybe a lot or more. I don't know why I'm so excited. Okay. So, without any further wastage of time, allow me to introduce drug and substance use. Of course, we said, like a good teacher, of course, we have to begin by trying to introduce or trying to elaborate the topic of discussion. So, we want to know what is this we are trying to call drug and substance use. We actually need to know what is this we are calling drug and substance. Yeah, and actually, basically, we're talking about the substances which are taken into the body, yeah, through maybe some different modes. Yeah, when I talk of different modes, I'm talking about through different ways, maybe orally, nasally, it's nasal, or even maybe through muscular, that is maybe through injection, or maybe through anal, or through recta. Recta is the anal, yeah. Any substance which is taken through different modes in our body, and which is likely to alter the function of our body. Yeah, we're simply talking about substances which are taken, yeah, through different modes, as I've said, maybe through mouth, through the nose, through injection, through rectum, it's anal, through, there are others which are also actually taken through, I don't want to mention that part, but there are so many modes through which the substances can be taken into our body. And what we basically saying, we say they're likely to alter or to interfere with the function of the body. Are we together up to that point, my good people? Yeah, allow me to mention some of the commonly abused drugs, yeah, Of course, we have alcohol, we have drugs like urine, we have drugs like mirror, we have drugs like banky. Yeah, we also have drugs like cocaine and so many. Yeah, those are actually some of the commonly abused drugs, and I want to make this clear that anyone can be a drug abuser. Anyone. Despite the fact that we're talking about basically about the teens, you need to know that anyone can be a drug abuser, and I know you've seen this. So with the closure of schools, that was the year 2020, maybe due to Corona, those who can remember, most of the students, most of the learners, most of the teenagers were actually exposed to drug and substance use. Maybe due to poor social status, maybe due to domestic violence, maybe things like exposure to social media, things gender-based violence, and so on. Actually, basically, the students were exposed to a lot, to the early pregnancies, to so many things, yeah. And as a result of that, we have had the impact of drug and substance use actually going up, and that is why I felt it was good when we discussed with you this topic. I don't know kwa nini nakwama leo. I don't know. Anyway, don't you worry. Yeah. So allow me to talk about causes of drug use, drug and substance use, or what is likely to make a teenager or a student actually to engage in drugs and substance use. One of the reasons actually is likely to be out of peer pressure. The other day we talked about peer pressure. So due to that urge or that need to be liked or to be accepted by the other group, which is actually not maybe from your home, we can have some students engaging into drugs and substance use simply to be able to belong to a certain group or to be accepted in a certain group. Yeah, the other reason actually is a result of dysfunctioning families or the families which they keep on having some issues, or maybe the parent, one of their partner is actually a drunkard, or a lot of issues. When we talk about dysfunctioning families, you know what I'm talking about. Or maybe, I don't want to mention some of them, or there is maybe a divorce which took place, and maybe it's really affecting the teens. So as a result of maybe having some peace of mind, of which it is not the truth, the truth, we might have some of the teens engaging into drugs. The other causes, the other reasons why the students are likely to engage into and substance use is actually need for fun. There is, I don't know, yeah, but I think maybe as a result of peer pressure, as a result of maybe those who have used them before, they are likely maybe to make the other teenagers feel that this is a way of making. Signs and symptoms of drug and substance use. Signs and symptoms of drug and substance use. Yeah, you might be worried maybe how you're likely to know that your daughter or your son is actually engaging into drug and substance use. These are some of the things to look for, yeah. Yeah, it's actually dramatic change in performance. I'm not saying anytime your student or anytime your child has dropped maybe in performance, the first issue you'd be like, oh, you've started using drugs and so on. No, but I'm just trying to give some signs and symptoms of drug and substance use, especially in the students. So one of the signs is actually dramatic change in performance. You find that a student was actually doing well in the studies, but maybe all of a sudden the student performance actually changes, and the performance becomes dismal. So yeah, the other sign and symptom of drug and substance use is actually increased absenteeism. You might be a teacher, especially for the day scholars. You realize that your student is having the occurrences of absenteeism, or maybe you are the parent, and maybe sometimes the son or the daughter is like, oh, today I'm not feeling like kwenda shule, or maybe they wake up late, whereby you cannot maybe tell them to go to school at that time. So that is one of the signs of drug and substance use. But I've not said if maybe your son or your daughter feels like, oh, leo staki kwenda shule, ati basically it's he or she is just abusing drugs. No, that is not what I mean. The other thing is actually lack of concentration, or even loss of interest. Lack of concentration or loss of interest. You find that most of the time the student has actually changed. Their concentration is low, or they have actually lost the interest. Yeah, so that is one of the sign and symptom of drug and substance use. My good people, Kai, my dress looks good. I don't know why it's looking heavy. Huh? I don't know why it's looking like, I don't know. Anyway, that was a by the way. The other sign and symptom of a drug and substance use in students is actually school theft. School theft. Unaitwa shule. She was caught with other students' personal items, or even some shopping. Yeah. So that is one that could be a sign of drug and substance use. Apart from school theft, theft. We also have other things like themselves losing actually personal items themselves. Unapata the student he or she is not able to take charge of his or personal items. Akikuja nyumbani, this was stolen. Yeah, simply because their concentration is low, and maybe the impact, some of the effects of drugs are now working. The other sign and symptom of drug and substance use is demand asking for more pocket money. Okay, you may think that maybe it's just because he or she is growing up, but it might not be the case. Maybe some of the money or some of the cash he or she is asking for is actually going to be used to buy some of these drugs. Yeah, you might not have seen these recent drugs. Some actually resemble a pen. I don't want an example. I think nitawaekea hapo. Yeah, which are actually being charged. Others wanakuja nazo wakiwa wamechange, and they have a sweet smell. Actually, you may not realize whether they are. So actually, you may not realize from the smell, because I've said recently, most of them, they have a sweet smell, and you may not know. Others resemble a sweet. Yeah. So the last but not least, I'm talking about the signs and symptoms of drug and substance use, is actually you find some of these students are having phones in school, wako na simu in school, and you wonder maybe why do they have them. They might have some connections of the people they send, or you never know. These kids are actually very cheeky. They are very cheeky. So the last and but not least, a sign and a symptom of a student maybe engaging into drugs is actually having simu kwa shule. My good people, are we together?